Hey there, hippies. Welcome back to my channel. It's Courtney Shavante here, back with another tutorial for you guys. So before we get started, make sure you do hit that subscribe button and also ring that bell for me so that way you don't miss any tutorials that I have coming for you guys, because I have a lot coming your way. Alright, so before we get started, we're just going to make sure that everything's clean, prepped, and ready to go. Mix up some resin with your gold flakes. You don't need a whole lot. And then you're going to add clear resin into 2 of the cavities. Make sure that resin is pushed all around, really flush all the way towards the edges and everything. And try to make sure it's an even coat. Then from there, you're going to take 2 pressed flowers. I have some blue nigella flowers, and I'm going to place those face down into the resin. And then I'm just going to drop a few drops of resin on top and just push those down nicely to make sure they're nice and secure in that resin. Alright, so I mixed a little bit more resin into that gold flakes, and then I'm taking a spoon and I'm also grabbing some of my pre-mixed glitter, and I'm just spooning a little bit around the edges of that flower. There's no need to really put it on top of the flower because it won't be seen, so you do want to put it on the edges and not waste your glitter. Those top 2 cavities, I'm adding those mixed gold flakes to the bottom, and then I'm adding this pre-mixed white and glitter resin mixed into the top half. And then on these middle 2 cavities, I'm just doing a nice clear even layer of those gold flakes. So there's going to be 3 different pairs of earrings. They're all going to coordinate around the same theme. So go ahead and take your toothpick. From there, you're just going to kind of mix everything around, make sure you don't have any bubbles, and make sure nothing's sticking out of the mold, and you got exactly how you need it. Spray that alcohol to pop the bubbles, and we're going to let that stand for about 12 hours or so. After it has a chance to harden, you're going to mix up a little bit more resin, and then you're going to create a nice red color using your mica powder. So mix that into the resin, and also mix in your glitter as well. Make sure it's mixed very thoroughly. I used the red glitter to kind of make this pop because I didn't want the mica powder to be by itself. So I'm getting that stirred up really well, adding in a little bit of alcohol ink that just gives it a deeper hue. This isn't the opaque one, so this is just a regular alcohol ink just to give it a deeper red color. After I get it mixed up nicely, I'm just going to pour these on top of those 2 cavities that I filled to the halfway point. Alright, spray your alcohol, and then of course we're going to go ahead and let that set. Perfect. Once it's nice and hard, you're going to go ahead and wiggle it from your molds. My baby's helping me out this one, so those are his little hands. He wanted to demold this for me. So you're just going to go ahead and pull out each cloud piece. Once he finishes pulling those out for me and everything, I'm just going to kind of arrange them, get them to where I need it, clean them off, make sure there's no excess resin like kind of hanging off the edges or anything like that. And if you do have any, I didn't, but you can use a sanding block to get what you can't pull off. Alright, so what we're going to do next is we are going to be attaching these glue-on bails. Now these glue-on bails make it easier to add on your little jewelry findings. You can add on a lot of different things to these. We're going to be gluing these on using E6000 glue. So you don't need a whole lot. You just want to go ahead and put a tiny bit onto that bail just to make sure it's on there. And then you're going to press it down firmly but not too tight because you don't want the glue to like kind of poke out too much. So I'm just going to repeat these for all the clouds that I have here. I'm loving how these clouds are looking. They're so red and pretty. Like, who doesn't love a nice pair of red earrings, right? All right, so go ahead and pick your stuff up and let that dry completely. Doesn't take too long, maybe 30 minutes to an hour. So after this, you're going to prep your hooks and also your jump ring. So go ahead and get your pliers, open up your jump ring, and then from there you're going to put on one of the hooks and then place the earring using the bail and close that hook. So you can see me kind of do a little bit more up closely on here so that we can see a little better. Use 2 pairs of pliers so that way you're able to kind of open and close a whole lot easier. To be honest, like, I wouldn't even recommend trying to do it with 1 pair of pliers. And so yes, just go ahead and repeat these for all the steps. Just open those jump rings, add on those hooks, then add on the cloud with the bail on there, and then make sure that everything is facing the way you want, so that way when you are holding the little jewelry hook up, the earring does face the way that you need it to face, especially if you put a design on the front. Alright, so go ahead and finish that up. Clean your mess. And beautiful. Look at our cloud resin earrings. Aren't they like just absolutely beautiful? I love like the diversity. I love how these like kind of go in a set as well. Like they just coordinate so beautifully. So this is our Blue Nigella flower cloud set. It has some beautiful glitter background. You see it's very shimmery and it just has a lot going on. This is definitely a more busy earring, so I would wear this with a more simple outfit so the earrings themselves can really just pop. This pair is probably my favorite pair. I just really love how the gold flakes look on the bottom and then they transition to that white cloud with the red glitter. I love how this red glitter looks on this cloud. Yes, absolutely stunning. And our third pair are just a nice simple gold foiled red earring. Now these are probably going to be a really quick seller if that's what you're interested in, or it's a really easy gift to give. If you do like this tutorial, make sure you do like this video for me. Comment, leave feedback. I love to read it. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you hippies next time.